Hi Virgo, I'm Pam and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for April 2019. This month I'm using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck and I'm pulling an additional card from the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses Oracle cards at the end of the reading. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This recording is for Virgo Sun, Virgo Ascendant, and Virgo Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. Also, if you're born at the end of the sign and the beginning of the next sign on the cusp, please be sure to watch the sign following yours if you find that your messages that the messages aren't making sense to you, because some people have written me and said they found that they were watching their sun sign for a while and then they didn't feel like the messages made sense, so they went to the cusp sign, the next sign, and it was like getting a private reading. So just to let you know, that's something you might want to check out. And also, I've received many emails over the past 5 years that I've been here on YouTube telling me that sometimes the predictions I gave a year ago are happening for them now. So if you have time on your hands or you're just busy doing work around the house or whatever, and you want to put on April 2018 for your sign to see, maybe your predictions are coming out this year. So all that being said, Virgo, now onto your April 2019 Psychic Tarot reading. And the first card you have, Virgo, is the Eight of Rods. And the Eight of Rods could be news coming to you swiftly, swift and sudden change. It could be travel, long distance travel, communication coming at you in some manner. I do feel like everything is about to change in your life very quickly. Some of you are going to start to see new people. This could be socially, it could be romantically, it could be work related. I also pick up like it being in like a whole new group dynamic. So it could be clubs, groups, or organizations you belong to. Again, I'm going to say it could be work. It could also be if, you know, maybe there's new family members showing up in your family. Maybe children are being adopted or born into your family. People are getting married. Kids are, you know, children that are now grown into adults or whatever. Even parents that got divorced, they may be bringing new people into the family through marriage or seeing someone new. It's a little bit out of your control. It comes up feeling like you're going to enjoy it or take it for, you know, take it for what it's worth, because, and like, you know, enjoy the ride. That's what my guides are telling me. Some of you are going to have birth of an idea or a project that's going to take off and soar and really get, you know, like off the ground and go running. Now, this could be with your own business. It could be also something that you're just doing that's a great idea, that's not a job or business. It could be some creative project that you're really good at, or making some headways and changes even within your career, your job, or your work does also come up here. You have to pace yourself, because again, some of you may have to hold yourself back a little bit because you may be getting ahead of yourself in some regards. So even if you do have some new projects or ideas or creative pursuits or, you know, changes in business or your, you know, things you want to get off the ground and going, I feel like you really have to take your time. Don't get too overexcited. You know, it's not that it's not going to work out. It is, but I feel like you may make some mistakes or jump the gun on stuff or stumble or fall if you don't, like, you know, pace yourself. Take your time. And that's also applies to getting to know people as well. So don't be too quick to judge people. If one of your parents is getting remarried and you're not sure, like, or they bring home somebody new to you, or your kids do it, or your siblings do that, don't be too quick to judge them. You may jump to assumptions about them. So that anything that's I brought up here, you need to pace yourself and take your time for the best results for you. I do feel you're also going to have to like pull back a little bit to listen to everybody's story. So if any of these new people coming into your life are adults or able to communicate well and they're not little tiny infants, because it could be babies and children getting adopted or born, I feel like you really need to listen to what they're saying to you. You know, people will always reveal themselves to you the more you let them speak. Even if they think they're not doing it, they are. So, next card you have here, I have to laugh because I have a dear friend that's a Virgo. And every time I see this card, I always tell her, oh, I always think of you when I see this card. And I know she's watching this video. So I got Nine of Pentacles. To me, this is the epitome of her. And I do kind of associate this card with Virgo. Technically, I don't know if it is a Virgo card. It is Pentacles. So that's an earth-related card. But this does, to me, in my mind, belong to Virgo. This is Nine of Pentacles is being at peace and contentment with your life and having financial stability and abundance behind you. I feel like you're in the process of gathering information, gathering equipment, gathering facts, figures, things you need to like move forward. I feel like you're in I'm going to say a transitory stage, or you're ready to take the next step or go through some kind of door or enter into something that's the next phase of your life. That's what I feel like you're doing. But as you're getting ready to do that, you're like, I need this knowledge. I need this information. I need this paperwork. I need this documentation. I need these skills. I need to, like, I'm seeing you gathering all these things. Some of you may be thinking of putting your house up for sale, and you may be getting appraisals, or it may already be up for sale and you're going to start talking to different, prospective buyers. For some of you, you may be shopping around and talking to different real estate agents, or, just maybe you're getting quotes on repairs and things that need to be done because you want to put your house up for sale. If you have really interesting valuables, you may start displaying them somehow in your home for people to see them. Or maybe you feel like you have some things that belong in an art museum or in a museum of some sort. You might want to donate them. You might want to donate things of value or display them. That also comes up here. I really feel that Virgos are going to have an abundance of money coming to them, or an abundant cash flow, an increase or an abundance of cash flow. And I do pick up the month of August, but I'm going to tell you it could happen between now and August, or August, because I'm getting August, but it could happen at any point, or your cash flow is just going to start increasing. But for many of you, the event of getting a lot of money, it could be for selling a house or getting a raise or getting some kind of big deal or something. For many of you, it's going to occur in August. So the next card you have here is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant, is a card to me that symbolizes God or a high priest or a high pope giving you a blessing or a warning. It could also be indicating higher education and higher learning when the Hierophant or Hierophant shows up. I feel like you're going to have to listen to the laws that govern your town or state and pay close attention to that. It could be because of maybe to do with income tax in the United States. It could have to do with taxes, homestead rebates or taxes on your property. It could also have to do with just some laws or things are changing and you need to be aware of it. Like what, maybe now there's going to be, maybe trash collection and recycling is going to change, or they're going to make laws where you can't put this or that on the curb, or, Maybe zoning is going to change. And if you wanted to have a rental property, like you live downstairs, you rent the upstairs, or vice versa, you may be finding out you can't do that, or you can do it now. Like talking to officials about legalities and laws and things that are changing, especially locally to your town or to your state or province, I feel is going to come up for some of you Virgos. Some of you are going to have a meeting of the minds and go out on a date with someone that's kind of, I'm going to call them sophisticated. So that would apply to you single Virgos. You do have to get invested in the changes that you want to make in April, because if you're wishy-washy and not invested in them, then they're not going to go anywhere. So you have to make sure you're make your decisions carefully and put yourself all the way into it. So if you're deciding to sell your house, really commit to selling it. If you're trying to make home improvements, really commit to the home improvements. Don't half-ass it, is what I mean. Or, even love relationships. If you want to get intertwined with someone new and you really, really like them, then put all of yourself into it. Don't play games or be like, oh, I'm into you now, I'm not. What do I think? That's not going to work for Virgo in April, for sure. Somebody in your family may be getting suspended. It could be suspended from school or suspended from work for some reason. I don't feel it's you, or something to do with your home or property or taxes, property taxes or something could be getting suspended. But I feel like for some of you, it's a person that you're going to hear is getting suspended. So, now I'm sorry, Virgo, you don't have a good card here. You have the Ten of Swords. This could be somebody passing away. This could also be somebody lying to you, deceiving you, or betraying you. These cards all mean multiple things. I always go by what my guides say, so maybe it won't be so bad. I do feel like somebody has lied to you. I'm hearing the words, they gave you the bum's rush, they deceived you. That's what I hear. I feel like for some of you, it's a family member, because I feel like they were telling you one thing, but behind your back, they were either talking about you behind your back or they were doing something completely different than what they were actually telling you. I feel like you found out about this through the grapevine, through somebody else. There was a third party. I don't know that they intentionally did it. It may have been accidentally. They didn't know that they were, letting you in on it. But I do feel you hear about it through someone else. I do feel like you're going to be angry. I do feel you may flip out on the person that deceived you. I do feel that some of you are going to have a hard time believing it when this occurs, because I feel like it's going to be hard for you to believe. I never would have expected that. I would have never thought that they would have done that. That's what I feel your energy is going to be about this. For some of you, it could also be another matter where somebody had some kind of issue or problem, but they hid it from you. It could also be that. But it's still deception either way. I do feel like you're going to talk to them about it. Again, I do feel like it gets heated. They may even try to flip-flop and twist the blame on you. They may say, oh, well, it's your fault that I did this or that. Even though they're the ones that perpetrated the deception, they may try to use that tactic and try to turn it around on you. So that could be something that happens for you here. Some of you, if you know somebody that has cancer, they may pass away in April. It's possible. But that's not what came up first. The deception is what came up first. For those of you that it would be somebody passing away and it's to do with cancer, I feel like it has to do with their stomach and possibly their pancreas. I get that area. You may make something to commemorate them. You may make a flag or some kind of quilt or sew something together or get something to commemorate that if they're in, you know, out of love, if it's somebody that passed to you. But it was the deception that came up more strongly. So your last card for April is the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is an earth sign female, or it could be a male. This would either be a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could also be you, Virgo, because you have that is your sign, Virgo, earth sign. I feel like you're doing some kind of purging this month. I feel like you're getting a lot of things out of yourself. For some of you, it's emotions. It's emotionally like a big emotional release for you this month. For others of you, you may be deciding to detox and do some things to get toxins out of your body. You could be doing fasts or detoxing in other ways. Maybe you're going to give up certain foods. Maybe you're going to give up meat, or maybe you're going to become, you know, you could be a vegetarian. You could turn into a vegan. Maybe you're going to give up gluten and sugar. I don't know. But it's like, this is a purging time for you and getting toxins, or whether it's toxicity of emotions or toxicity in your body from foods, out of you this month. Some of you Virgos may have a relative that is acting kind of jealous or angry at you, or it's a combination of jealousy and angry, kind of flinging it at you. I do feel it's a female, but I also see a male here, so I can't pin it all on the females here, because I do see, for some of you, it will be a male, like a brother or an uncle. And for some of you, it's going to be a sister or an aunt that's doing it. I feel like you're also going to be like, I can't put up with these people anymore. I have to protect myself from that. So if it's a relative to you that's been a problem, or is jealous and angry at you, or giving you some kind of problem, you may really have to go through some self-preservation and distance yourself from them. Now, for some of you, that could be the person that deceived you. But for some of you, it's not that. If somebody passes away that you're connected to in your family, that sometimes brings ugliness out in relatives. It could be that too. So, you know, with wills and estates and, you know, power of attorney and executors and what's written and what people get, or do they steal and blah, 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 all that kind of energy. So, or just bad behavior. You know, when people get sick or die, some relatives end up acting really poorly for whatever the reason. It happens. Again, I get the feeling like if somebody close to you passes away, you're going to build some kind of like memorial to them. It could be an altar and you're going to pray, you know, put candles and pray. It could be something you're going to create, you know, yourself. I don't know. It depends. But I get like, or it could be a memorial. You could be building a memorial, meaning like you're going to have a service for them. That's in memory, a memorial to the person that passed away. Some of you, it's about that. So now I'm going to look into your Angels, Gods, and Goddess Oracle card. And the card you got, Virgo, is called Angel of Expression. Speak your truth and express yourself clearly. Wow, that makes a lot of sense for anybody that deceives you this month, or is, you know, has bad behavior. That makes sense that you would be doing that, speaking your truth and expressing yourself clearly. I do feel like you've put up with an awful lot, Virgo. And I do feel that there may be some people in your life that you're close to. It could be one person, or it could be several people that are always expecting more, expecting you to do more, like it's never enough. You keep giving, or doing, and or you've already done a lot, and they're expecting more from you. They want more. And I do feel you are going to stand up for yourself. I feel like you're going to tell them, I did my part. I did my part already. And I do feel, Virgo, there were times where you really did actually hold yourself back when you wanted to express yourself. And I do feel that you're changing your mind about things that you thought about the circumstances that came up this month. You're changing your mind from what you thought before. So you're having some, it's almost like, I'm going to call it revelation, like revelations, feels like. I do feel that you've been very good about holding out hope for the best. But I'm not going to lie to you, I do feel that there's been people that have really disappointed you. Because I am hearing that in some cases with certain people in your life, and it's going to sound like a weird thing to say, but I feel like you kind of figured them out wrong, or the way you figured them out before, maybe they've changed, and now what you thought about them before doesn't apply now. And that's a difficult pill to swallow, especially if you thought highly of them or held them in high esteem or high regard, and now you see the ugly underbelly of what's going on with them, or maybe they've changed, and now it's a hard thing to accept. But I do feel it's interesting that it comes up here about speaking your truth and express yourself clearly. I do feel that is what you're going to do. And I feel like it's wise for you to do that because remember, I got in your reading that you are going to purge yourself of toxicity of your body, your physical body, and your emotions. Well, this is part of that, that cleansing that you're going to do. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. As always, thank you for watching. And please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you would like to get notified when I upload my videos to YouTube when you do subscribe. And Virgo, if you would like to get a continuation of this reading where I look into my crystal and give you additional messages and predictions from my spirit guides for the month of April 2019, you can access these videos for download and purchase by clicking on the link below this video in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for April 2019 psychic crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac. You can also access these videos by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the videos tab on my menu, and there you will see these are probably going to be the first video series listed at the top of that page. You just look for your sign, click on that, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. Also, if you're interested in finding out what's going to be lucky and new for you in 2019, Virgo, every year I do these videos, and I did them again for 2019. You can access those videos for download and purchase by clicking on the other link below this video in the Show More section. And they're also available by going to the videos page on my website. You just look for that heading, What's Lucky and New for You in 2019 Psychic Tarot Readings, and click on your sign, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. Usually I did 3 cards before. At least I know for sure last year I did 3 cards. I'm not sure about the previous year. But this year I did double that. I pulled 3 cards from the Hanson Roberts Tarot deck and 3 cards from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck to expand on the Hanson Roberts Tarot deck. And I did this because these are the cards I use when I do private readings for customers and clients, and I feel like these cards were going to give you really good, accurate information and insight about what will be lucky and new for you this year. So please check them out if you're interested. And Virgo, if you would like to get additional psychic messages and predictions from me and my spirit guides that you're not going to be able to see here on YouTube, you can go to my 2 Facebook accounts, my The Lucky Mermaid LLC page and my The Psychic Pastry Chef LLC page. And also I post predictions and messages and little videos pulling cards on my Instagram account, which is TheLuckyMermaid_Pam Georgel. So if you're interested in seeing more predictions, please go there and check those out. So I hope you have an absolutely awesome April, Virgo. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.